Gentlemen, if you put a sponge in water, you take that sponge out of the water, you squeeze it, what's going to come out? Water's going to come out. If you put a sponge in apple juice and you bring it out and you squeeze it, pear juice isn't going to come out. Apple juice is going to come out. And that applies with everything. And that applies to us humans too. What we soak ourselves with will show when we get squeezed. Gentlemen, my name is Kathan. I'm a man on a mission to help young men become more biblically masculine. Apologies today, I'm feeling a little bit sick, so if there's a little bit of that resonant sound with my sinuses, it's because a little bit of blocked nose, but that's about it. And today's topic is disciplining our inputs. And so today I got reminded of a beautiful image, like I had said in the intro of this video, of the sponge. And as humans, are so much like sponges. We just absorb information all the time. I was hoping that lighting wouldn't be this harsh. That's why I came here. But unfortunately, the sunset has gone below the clouds, so now it's harsh. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Gentlemen, we absorb information so much, regardless of if we're focusing on that information or whether it's just around us all the time, we are absorbing it. And it shows when we are under pressure, whether if we're going through stuff and we feel like we're just being pressed down, what juice comes out is what has been absorbed. And I want to talk about that input. And most people will, once squeezed, most Christians, people who are lukewarm in their faith, or they say they're Christians, but they're not actually Christians, it shows when they're squeezed. What comes out is not what they said was soaked in. And I wanted to cover this for us men. For so many of us have our main source of input is social media. And I know this is a very controversial topic, and it is a very normal thing to discuss because it's such a common thing in today's day and age, but it is a big problem, and that's why it's getting talked about so much. And we absorb so much information regardless of whether we focus on it, and it really applies to especially social media like Instagram and TikTok, and YouTube as well. Especially YouTube Shorts. If you scroll on the YouTube Shorts, I don't know, not many people actually really do that. It's more Instagram and TikTok, but YouTube Shorts exist too. And I just wanted to make you guys think that this information that you're constantly exposing yourself to, regardless of good or bad, is changing who you are. Some sponges can look really nice if all they do is just sit in clean water. Other sponges go in some dirty water. They absorb mustard, juices, I don't know, liquid from stew, a whole bunch of really dirty, gunky stuff and dirt. And when they get squeezed and they're under pressure, it looks disgusting what comes out. And so I wanted to ask you a question, is if you are squeezed, is what comes out looks disgusting? Or is it what you want to see? And I also came to the realization because the other day it's something very small, so it wasn't a huge impact for this video. But I was driving, I had two other people in the car, and this one guy decided to just cut straight in front of me, like almost hit me. He just decided to cut straight in front of me, no indicator, no nooks, and there was no cars behind me. So he could have just pulled back and gone behind me a little bit, but he just decided to right in front of me, just pull in front of me. So I had to slow down kind of thing, hit the brakes so that I didn't crash into him. And my initial reaction was I almost didn't really react and had a little bit of a giggle, and I was like, oh shame, he's probably having a bad day or he's in a rush or whatever. And the two other people in the car started almost shouting at this guy. They're like, oh, you're getting in the way. Nah. And I realized in that moment, that was like almost a mild squeeze of the sponge. And it gave me a lot of joy to see that what came out of that sponge of mine was something peaceful and clean. And the others obviously are a bit more worldly, and they had the chaos kind of come out with that milder squeeze. Obviously, it's something not too deep. Just some guy drove in front of me. But it was a little mild depiction of exactly what I'm talking about in this video. And so, sorry, I heard a rustle in the bushes. I was just making sure it's not something running after me. Jeepers, that's a bright sunset. What you spend your time on affects who you are. Whether you like it or not, the terrible stuff you watch on social media it changes who you are in a negative way. And very, very little of the time, what you see on Instagram is actually good. And so, personally for me, just because of my, especially this year, my general interest and the direction my heart has gone in terms of what I love to see and what I genuinely enjoy watching, I've purposefully curated my Instagram a bit more, and now most of the time everything I get off of Instagram is, well, almost everything. Obviously Instagram is Instagram. It's going to try to feed me nonsense because it knows it most likely works. It gives me ideas for my videos, which really helps. I mean, I got this idea off of a little clip I saw on Instagram earlier, but I recommend, in fact, I recommend that if you don't do something that relies on creativity and ideas, and you don't but also you don't get those creative ideas through social media platforms, delete them. Delete Instagram, delete TikTok. If they don't give you creative ideas specifically for something creative that you do on a regular basis, that you need ideas from, that you get a lot from Instagram or TikTok, not even TikTok. I feel like TikTok is just a bad place to get ideas, so just delete that. But delete them. And in fact, I know this video may be in fact impactful for you and be like, yo, this is so true. But then you're going to put down your phone once it's finished your ads, and about 5 minutes later, you're probably going to forget about it. Tomorrow morning, you're going to wake up, you're going to go on your phone, and you're going to scroll, just like before. And so I want to challenge you right now. If you actually want to change, bring out your phone right now. Bring out your phone. If you're watching this on your phone, then cool. Go onto your app section and delete Instagram and TikTok. I suppose you can delete YouTube too, but YouTube is generally, if you don't go on YouTube Shorts, it's not too much of a problem because no one really goes on to YouTube to watch long videos, and you're watching this on YouTube, so thank you. But delete those apps right now. I want you to take action so you can actually change from this, because 99% of you are not going to do that. You're not going to want to improve. You're not going to want to change. You're just listening to this for the sake of listening because you think it's going to be motivating. And I hope it is, but motivation doesn't last, so let's take action. Delete those apps. And anything else, not just those apps, but maybe there's some other apps on your phone that may, or on your PC, whatever, that may be influencing you in a similar way, where it's giving you information and you're absorbing information that is slowly changing you. Maybe you don't even know that this information is changing you. And maybe you just thought of it now, that there is something that is giving you information that you find you are absorbing, regardless of whether you think it's changing you or not, it is. So delete it if it's bad, and keep it if it's good. And replace those habits for something healthy so that you can actually maintain them. Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen, I don't know why there would be any ladies watching. If you're a lady, then let me know in the comments. That's interesting because this is a masculinity-based channel. Good for you. Whatever. Thanks for watching. But gentlemen, take action. Remove what is dirtying your sponge and keep what makes it clean. And focus on that image every single day. Wake up, spend time with the Lord, read your Bible, and then just remember that you're a sponge. That's all you need to do. Wake up every morning. In fact, maybe even put a piece of paper, stick it on your wall somewhere so that you see it every day. It doesn't have to be like right in plain sight so you see it all the time, but so that you see it every day, preferably first thing in the morning. So that every day you realize, okay, let me not absorb the bad stuff. And your life will change. I promise you that. Keep your sponge clean, gentlemen. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to live for God, because why else would you live? Peace.